Hi guys, and we're so excited to be back. It's been a long time since we've posted a video, but what's exciting is we have some of our top rock stars playing with us tonight, and I'm just going to run real quick down the list as they appear on the screen to introduce them, starting with Olivia.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I live in Mississippi and I'm playing a tiefling paladin named Lena.
Woo! And next up is our rock star Laura.
Hi, I'm Laura. I am from Nebraska, and I will be playing a halfling rogue named Darby Bottom.
Awesome. And Kat.
I'm Kat. I am from Michigan, and I will be playing a tiefling bard named Amar.
So we have, yeah. And then new playing with us today is Kenneth. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I'm Kenneth Glacier from Michigan also, and I shall be playing a Furbog Druid.
Yay. Ooh. I think that's kind of their natural thing, isn't it? They're all about nature. I guess we'll learn. We'll learn as we go. Okay, so tonight, one thing that I'm excited is we were able to start exactly on time without any delays, and that's very unusual. Yeah. Yeah. But, so you're going to learn a little bit more about the city and everything where we're at. The players are aware we're actually in the city of Waterdeep, and Waterdeep is a huge city with lots of history. It's an old city. It's been around for a while. Normal things you find in a city, full of politics and things like that. Rival gangs are rival with each other and things of that nature. The players find themselves in the most cliche place you could ever be, and that is at a local tavern that is famous. Actually, throughout more than just Waterdeep, this is well known, and that is the Tavern of the Yawning Portal. What makes the Yawning Portal so known is the fact that right in the middle of this tavern, there's this huge, like 40-foot wide well that when you go down inside the well, it lowers you way down into the depths of the Undermountain. And in the Undermountain are untold creatures and monsters and adventures and things like that. And so people come from all over the realm to pay money to go into this well and seek their adventures for golds and treasures. And as you can imagine, the majority of those that go into the well never come back out. The owner of this establishment is Durin, and he's a well-known old adventurer. He's kind of in his retiring age. He sort of went and purchased this bar, and he serves the patrons. And you'll see him over behind the bar, as well as our adventurers are nestled actually all close together at a table near the entrance together. So guys, if I could get each of you to take a D4.
Ooh.
And let me jot this down real quick, because this is going to be a couple of rolls.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to need to do is you all four are going to need to match your number. So if you would, roll a D4. And I'm going to go in the order that we have you here. So Olivia, what did you get?
2.
Okay, and Laura, what did you get?
1.
Okay, and Kat, what did you get?
I got a 2.
Okay, so we have 2 2s. And Kenneth, what did you get?
I got a 3.
Okay, because there are 2 2s.
Okay.
Then we'll go. Okay, since we have 4 players, I need Kat and Kenneth to roll again. Or I'm not sorry. Kat, you rolled a 2. Laura and Kenneth, if you can roll again.
1 again.
Okay. And what did you get, Kenneth?
4 this time.
A 1 and a 4? Okay, all right. And if you guys would re-roll that dice again and give me your numbers, the Kat and Kenneth.
4.
And Kenneth?
Sorry, 3.
Okay. And go ahead and roll again.
4.
That's where it failed me. 1.
Okay, so you guys are going back and forth. Okay, all right. And this is going to be the final roll, and this will, and in fairness, this will stick. So go ahead and roll.
3.
2.
Okay, good. Then obviously fate has said that 2 is the answer. So that will be
goodness.
that'll be revealed to you guys later. But what's excellent about this module is there's actually, you can play it through 4 times and experience 4 completely different experiences. You guys will be experiencing the second one.
Okay.
and you picked it, in fairness.
Great.
Okay.
The second one's the best one, you guys. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because everybody that runs it online never run the second one.
Good.
Yeah, you'll find out why. Okay. So,
Oh, no.
yeah. Strahd shows up and takes everybody off.
Bring it on!
Yeah. Okay. So
Hate that vampire.
yeah, and so you guys are find yourselves sitting around a sturdy wooden table, lit brightly by burning candles with plates of cleared food and half-drank tankards. You guys can hear the sound of gamblers yelling and drunken adventurers. Even though on our map you don't see a lot of people, it's full of people. Then all this noise, you hear different scampering and things going on, and then you hear this kind of shout coming out. It's like, "You pig like me killing, mateys, do ya?" And then all of a sudden you guys see this huge, maybe not huge to the Furblog, Furblog size. This half-orc is hit by a wild swinging punch from this male human whose his shaved head. Guys, if you could roll me a perception check. To see if you if you catch this glimpse of this guy.
Who's making the perception check?
All of you are making a perception check
okay.
to see if you catch what's on this guy's head.
Ooh, good.
20.
20.
Okay, yeah, you guys can clearly make out that on his head there's sort of a tattoo of several eyes, and you guys with a roll of 20, you guys notice that it's almost like you guys are familiar with what a beholder is. That's something familiar to your characters. It's like as if he's kind of made his head with the eye rays of a beholder, and you notice that in the tattoo. As you guys see this blood come out of his mouth here, as he's kind of coming around. The main reason why you notice it because it hits right on your table, and surrounding this now, there are just these 5 looks like these kind of roguish rough guys just kind of piling on this guy, and now the fight has kind of come right to your table. So it's actually happening if you guys are sitting in the position where your characters are already on the table. And here, Kenneth, let me give you control here. Let's see. See, I told you this was just role playing, no fighting. Okay, where do we got Kenneth at? Oh, I don't see his name in here. Where's your name? Where's your name? Okay, I'll just make it all players then. Okay, Kenneth, what was your character's name? I'll just put
Sorry.
I'll just put fur blog, and we can fix it. Okay, so all this has kind of happened. It's like who was the two that rolled the 20? Olivia and Laura.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you guys it actually kind of came in from this area over here, and
Okay.
let me grab some icons just to give you guys a little something here to go by. It's not goblins, but I'm just using the goblin icon because it's convenient. And we'll say the guy that's getting his butt kicked is this little guy here. So as all this happens, it's not necessarily like they purposely were going to you, but it's all now come to your table. And if you guys could for me, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Barbara. Oh, not good.
Okay, what'd you get? Olivia?
3.
Okay. And Laura?
13.
Okay. And Kat?
I got a 17.
Okay. And Kenneth?
10.
All right. And okay, they have actually taken their action on this guy. He's pretty much within an inch of his life, and again, you don't necessarily have to, but this is all happening at your table. Kat, you're up, and so Kat, Lana, you're here. There, you can see he is laying on the table. And these three are actually right on top of him. There is one that's within melee range of you.
As I'm seeing this happening, Amari's actually going to attempt to grab her beer or her ale off the table and
Fair.
kind of slip right out of there if possible. So I guess I would.
Okay, just kind of walk away. If you walk away, it's not going to provoke an opportunity of attack because they're not necessarily attacking you.
All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead.
You can like go over.
Slip on back.
Pick up your wine. Put your hand over the top.
Pardon me.
Okay, so where do you want to go to? If you can see the whole tavern.
I just moved back to next to the barmaid.
Okay, like over here. Okay, I got you. Okay, and
I love it.
yeah. Okay, so she just kind of slipped over there, and you can definitely see that Durham just kind of is sort of like rolling his eyes, and now it's Laura or Darby. Darby, they kind of don't even like you're sitting at the table. How would you describe how it would look for you sitting at the table here?
Well, as a halfling, she's very small, so she probably requested a booster seat. Or she's just standing on the chair so that her neck is above the table height.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you see a swing come right above your head, but it doesn't hit you, and he's punching this guy. And so, what do you want to do?
First, I would like to.
And by the way, yeah, you would. What is your character a rogue?
Yeah.
For the sake of mechanics, he would be considered a friendly to you, the guy that's on the table, just because, I'm saying if you did anything, there is a friendly within 5 feet of them.
Okay. She would like to see if either of the two, either the guy being beat up or the other guy next to her, I'd like to see if they have purses within reach.
Well, you actually roll me a 1d6 and give me the number you get on your roll.
3.
3. Okay, you notice that the guy that's sort of like everybody's kind of fighting, but there's one that's sort of in the back that's sort of, he's doing things, but he's not actually doing anything. You know what I mean? It's like as if he's,
he's new.
Yeah. He's like, but he's obviously clearly kind of stuck to the back a little bit here. And one of the things that catches your eye is exactly as you described. Whereas the others may have sort of smartly concealed their purses, this guy, he's got his nice little pack of change. It just catches your eye. And while he's going, yeah, get him. What you see is in slow motion this coin purse, like, ching, ching, ching. And so
she would very much like to go over there and attempt to steal his coin purse.
Yeah, you're going to get to do that at advantage because they're all distracted and they don't see you. They don't notice you there. You literally could even walk into it. So go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check. You don't even have to be stealthy about it. Just a sleight of hand check is all you got to do. And you get to roll it at advantage because he's extremely distracted.
That's 20.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you just walk over there and just describe how you take this.
So she's just gonna kind of whistle and casually walk over and just reach out and take that coin purse, stick it in her pocket, and then just sort of back away slowly into the bushes like I was never there.
So like kind of sort of sneak behind the bar here a little bit?
Yep.
So as you sneak behind the bar, Durham looks over at you and kind of gives you this look like he knows what you did, but he's kind of a bit impressed by it, so he's kind of gives you a little nod like he knows, but he thought that was slick what you did, and he scampers over to you and he says, "Would you like a glass of our finest wine?"
I would. And I'll give you half of this purse here if you don't say a word.
and he says to you, no, one silver's enough. He could tell he respects you as an individual. So yeah, no, he doesn't make you give up half your purse. So in the coin purse you have found 2 pieces of gold,
Fair.
4 pieces of silver, and 17 pieces of copper in the purse.
2 gold.
Yeah, 4 pieces of silver and 17 pieces of copper.
Nice adventure.
Basically, you can assess that he was probably like the treasurer of the group, and he had it dangling on his side there. So he. So okay, now that brings us to Kat. It's your turn.
It would be Kenneth's turn.
Oh, is he? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I don't know. Hang on, let me spell it out because I wrote it real small. Kenneth, you're up, man.
Okay.
You just see all this fighting going on here at the table. You're on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
It's very unnatural.
I'm just gonna hold my action, I think, actually, if I can.
Okay.
Just ready for anything approaches me.
Okay. And then so you're gonna stay at the table, but just kind of like you're not necessarily attacking them, but like kind of don't get close to me, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my staff.
Okay.
And just kind of ready.
All right, and Lena, it's your turn. So you guys, you're both still sitting at the table, and
Right.
you see this going on at the table here.
Well, I want to stand up and kind of like smack both my hands down on the table and sigh really big and just I want to cast thaumaturgy and say, can we please keep the peace? So when I slap my hands down, I want to make like a big crack of thunder and kind of make the table rattle a little bit.
Okay.
and just say, "Can we please keep the peace?"
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I want
Oh,
to
that's
do.
what
Do I
you
need
did.
to?
No.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let me check and see if that's a. Yeah, I don't think it takes a roll for that. So as you do that, you hear this loud, thunderous sound, and they. Let me roll here to see what we get from them, as far as if they care or not, because this is pretty loud. That's very loud what you did, but the bar is pretty loud too. And I'll give that a.
That's fair.
I'll give that a. I tell you what, do this. Go ahead and roll me. What is your spellcasting ability?
Charisma.
Oh, your spell. Give me. What's your spell save DC?
Oh, my spell save. Oh. Hold on. I gotta look. It's like 8 plus something.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I'm just gonna roll to see how it affects them. They hear it.
My spell save is 8 plus 2. Hold on. 8
So
plus
10.
10 plus. It's 13.
Okay. So this, and I'm just gonna do this on how they're affected by it. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when that happens, these guys, one scampers this way, one scampers this way, one gets right up on you, and then this one runs real quick to this room, and
I'm over here.
this guy's left standing here. So you had a held action, so he does run right over to you. He ran straight to you as soon as that happened. So if you want to do whatever you're ready. Yeah, go ahead.
That was Kenneth who had the held action.
Yes.
I don't know if it ran to him.
Yeah, there were. What I did was all the ones that the one that he heard it. He just wasn't scared by it. He saw that you did that, and he knows what it is, and it's scary, but he wasn't. It didn't necessarily freak him out. The other guys went. This guy is barely hanging for his life. There's not a whole lot he can do about it. But the guy with the coin purse, he's still standing there. Like they all ran, and he's still like just almost punching in the air, like yeah. But there was one that went next to the fire blog. If you were going to do your action on him,
fine.
Yes. It's a 6 for hit.
6 misses. Okay, so you kind of take a swipe at him, and he actually, because of that, he now comes this way, that's about as far as he can get. So all right, so he's over there.
I think it said 16, not 6.
Oh, you said 16?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, if it's 16, yeah, you hit him. Yeah, man. Oh, and how many points of damage do you do?
Only 2.
Okay, so yeah, as you hit it, so he kind of runs over to you, thinking almost like as if, oh man, I got to get away from this, and you take or describe how you hit him with this.
I would come down with the overhead cleave. My furbog is not very physically in stature, but so he kind of maybe overestimates what he has. And, it came down with the overhead cleave, I guess, with the staff.
Okay, so you kind of bonk this guy on the head, and he just kind of, it sort of shakes him a little bit out of his, out of like, what went on, and let's see, let me bring it back up here, and then now it is their turn. So the one in the back that was just sort of doing whatever, he's kind of like, let's get him, guys, and he comes and he grabs this guy's feet, and he attempts to toss him forward, and he's able to kind of throw him up on the table, and so as he says that, this this one comes back out of the room, and he helps to grab, and he can't even barely pick the guy up. This one looks at you because you knocked him on the head, and he looks up and he scowls at you, and he's like, "Arr." And when you look at him, give me a perception check, Kenneth. Or
Yep. A 5.
okay, yeah, you don't notice this, but he there's a 19, I guess a 19 plus. I don't know what fur blocks. Hang on one second. 19 plus 3, so it'll be 21 if that hits.
Yes, it would.
Okay, let me see here. Okay. Oh, dude. Does Furbolgs have good health? I gotta.
Not a lot.
Does a 7 knock you down?
Sorry.
I almost was like, I'm just gonna take the average. I was like, oh, I'll roll. I roll like max damage. Okay, so he hit you for 7. So you conked him on the head, and it kind of got him out of being startled. He's like, what? And he takes his scimitar and he just whacks you with it. You take kind of gash, you're kind of bleeding there, so you take 7 points of damage. That's the one next to you. The one over here, he comes back to this one here, and the other two were trying to pick him up. They didn't. He is able to successfully pick him up, and he shoves him, and now he is literally at the lip of this thing. And when he does that, this one comes over and gets about here, and that now takes us to the top of the order of cat. So it's your turn. Let's zoom in a little better.
We lost Christopher.
We lost what?
Yeah, send him a message.
Check 1
We
2.
can see your video.
Okay.
It's like coming in and burst.
Check. Anything? Can you hear?
You're buzzing.
You guys can't hear?
I can hear you now, kind of. Say something.
1 2 3.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay, so technology. Okay, so where I think where I left off, we were at the top, and it's Cat's turn. Did y'all hear that? So they've all taken their turn, and now it's Cat. You're playing Lena, right?
No, I'm Amari.
Oh, Amari, it's your turn.
Okay. Now I'm sorry, I didn't really catch this part. What is this guy? What did he just do? Because he's the one that stepped away from me and around me, right? Or no?
Yeah,
what was this one?
he had come. What happened is they're all going after this guy, and he and when Lena did that thermatology thing, 4 of them were kind of like not frightened by it, but enough they all ran away. But one of them was like, "What? It's just she's just making noise. What's the problem?" And so he started pushing the guy and then saying, "Get back here, get back here." So when one of the, and these are not goblins, guys, these are bandits, by the way. So one of the bandits got near Furblock. He was kind of waiting, and he bumped him on the head, and then he came up and slashed him with his scimitar. And one of the final ones was able to push the guy with the tattoos on his head all the way up to the lip of the hole.
Cool.
And now you're up. So that's kind of what's going on. They've only engaged Furblog. I'm sorry, Kenneth. What's the name of your character?
It's gonna be Grot.
Cropped.
Let me fix that.
Yes.
With
Okay,
two T's or one?
With 2.
Okay, good. Because I put 2. Okay. Yeah, so he... And this whole time, Grot, are you kind of just sitting... were you sitting at the table and just kind of went... boop?
Yeah, well, I would have stood up once the,
Okay.
the commotion had started.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're up.
Okay, so what I'm
I'm
gonna
like-
do, because these guys kind of both came around me and then left, I'm actually gonna take another quick step back here.
Yeah, you can. You're not provoking anything.
All right, and I'm going to actually cast message, and I'm going to cast it at this guy that's running away from everybody.
Well, just so you know, if you didn't know that, the guy that you clicked on, he wasn't running from them. They picked him up and threw him on the table, and then picked him up and threw him to there.
Jesus.
So I'm saying he wasn't running. He was.
Right. Is he conscious?
He's very hurt. They all started. Y'all didn't necessarily see what happened, but a big fight broke out, and they threw him on the table, and they were hitting him. And then they kept failing, is what it is. They tried to pick him up, throwing him. He only moved him like on the table, and then 1 inch, and then one guy was able to get a good toss, and so he went as far as the lip over here. He's currently prone.
Okay.
All right, so then scratch that. I'm gonna this guy next to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of give him a little nudge and excuse me. Why are you after this guy? Real quick, just real quick.
And and he looks at him and he says.
I'm gonna add a wink.
And he says because the. and he says because we don't want the. He looked at you and said because the Zatarum have no place in our bar.
The Zatarum.
Yeah, and he looks at you and goes, "What are you, one of those harpers?"
Is that a bad thing?
And he kind of ignores you. He wasn't. and he when you say is that a bad thing? He's like, "Ugh," and kind of goes back to the thing there.
All right. I think that would be my reaction. I don't think I could really do anything else, but I am gonna go ahead and make that step back.
Okay, and okay, so now we're up to Lauren, who is playing Darby. You now have a nice glass of wine from Durin.
Just enjoying your time in the
Yeah,
bar.
they can't see you because you're.
Yeah, I'm behind a bar. They can't see me. So I'm gonna sit and enjoy my glass of wine, talking to my new friend Dern. And I'm gonna hold my action until one of them becomes hostile to me, or
So so as you're kind of talking to Durham, he shares with you that he's always had he says I've always because he knows that you're a halfling, and he says so adventurer, what's your name? And this big fight's going on. They're just talking kind of casually.
Well, my name's Darby Bottom. What's yours?
I'm Durin, and this is my establishment here. I've always had a likeness for halfling folk. You guys, you know how to get out of a pickle. I can tell you that my life has been saved many a time by your kin.
Well, I don't promise to be as good as the rest of my kin, but I am certainly happy to hang around and have some of your wine.
I love it.
It's the best wine. And he says, it comes from the Wizards of Winery, from a long, faraway place called Barovia.
I've never been up there for a very long time. I hear it's really just a shithole.
I love it. Casual conversation, brawl in the background.
Yeah. So okay. So then that takes us to let's see. Kenneth, your turn. So this guy right here just really hit you a good wallop with his rapier, and he is not very happy with you.
I'm gonna attempt to step 5 feet back.
Okay, because he's hostile to you, that would provoke an opportunity. I mean, if you're okay with that, it's fine. Just want to make sure you know that.
Yeah, I think I kind of have to because
Okay, yeah.
next attack I'll go down.
Okay, so when you go to step away from him, oh, okay, you're probably okay because you only did a 7, 4 plus 3. So I'm guessing 7 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. So he takes a swipe at you, but he misses. Okay, so now you're next to the guy with the things on his head there.
Right. I'm going to attempt to heal myself with healing word or cure wound. Sorry.
Sure. Yeah. You can.
And it's a D8 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
10 health, and that's full health.
Okay. And now it is Amari, your turn.
I think it's
Oh, yes. Me. Lena.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. I'd like to step because these, I'm guessing, I don't know if my ping thing is showing up when I do this, but I don't think these two are hostile to me.
No one is hostile towards you because you haven't really attacked anybody yet, but they are. I mean, they have started going in on your friend, so they're now hostile toward Grot and this guy over here with the tattoos on his head.
I'm not so much worried about him. I don't know the story.
Yeah.
But can I step between?
Let me give you guys a quick metagame real quick because I may have said something wrong. When you were talking, who was it that talked to the guard? I mean, not to the guard, to the bandit. Was it?
that was me.
Yeah,
Cat.
right.
What was it? Who was it? He said. Who was it? He asked. Because I gave you Zatarn, but I forgot what I gave that in association.
Harper's.
No, I know he asked if you guys were with the Harpers. Who did he say he was with?
He didn't.
Okay, good then. That'll work out.
Oh,
that works out great. That works out perfectly. Okay.
Oh, great.
Okay, so now, sorry. So, what did you want to do? So none of them are hostile to you, but they are hostile to they're hostile to the guy that they're trying to throw in this well, and they're hostile now to Grot.
Okay. I want to step between Grot and that hit. Just be like, what's your issue?
And when you say that, this one here, he kind of scowls at you and he says, "Get out of our way, lass, unless you want to find yourself on the sharp end of this sword."
Okay, that's not really answering the question. All right. If you won't answer my question, then make me tattoos over there, Will. And that's...
Okay.
I ready myself for,
an action.
I guess.
Okay, yeah. So then okay, so that should be, we should now be back at the top. But it's their turn now. So you see this guy come over here and he attempts to pick him up and throw him in the well, and he does not. This guy also does the same thing. This is the one where you took the purse from. He comes over there and tries to pick him up and throw him in the well. Golly. I'm like, it's fun when you play against a DM that can't roll higher than a 10. You're like, we don't even need armor. So all the players remove all their armor. Like, well, we don't need anything. When Christopher's DMing, we can't hit nothing. Okay, and then this guy is going to go and he'll have enough move with sort of difficult terrain, I guess, and he'll take a shot at him. And he was successful. So you guys see your buddy, woohoo, disappear down into the well.
Great.
So
Oh,
Tattoo Man is.
would we? I'm sorry. Would I know that it's like a deep fall?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all.
It's like 40 feet, right?
Y'all would know. It's like hundreds of feet. Yeah.
Oh,
y'all would know that this is a y'all know the knowledge of this place. That is a deep. Like you're not gonna survive a fall. You guys know that.
Feather fall.
On him, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so when he throws him over, you hit now feather fall. Is it just a slow fall?
Yeah. So
how many feet do you fall per turn?
60 feet, and the range is 60 feet. So I
gotta
hurry up and get there.
Yeah, no, you got. Oh, you mean after 60 feet? So he falls 60 feet per turn.
Yes.
And then after, I think when you cast it on you, doesn't it last the whole duration? It doesn't have to be close to you, I don't think, unless you go down with him.
I mean, it's within range, so.
No. Okay. Here's how I rule on these. If as long as you, I do not believe that you have to maintain the range to maintain the effects of the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do need the range to get him, but you got him, but now that he has it. So he's going down.
And he has it for a minute.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, a minute is enough for him to make it to the bottom. So yeah, you don't necessarily know what would have become of him, but you do know that he would have made it safe for the bottom. And so when that was Lena that passed that, right?
That was
no Amari, right?
Amari, okay, yeah. So when you did that, he took notice of that, and these two haven't taken their action, so he comes over to you, and he takes a swing at you. Oh, dude.
Okay.
I was saving it. For Cat.
Just for me.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what he does. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, and see, look, hey, why are you worried when I'm DMing?
I'm okay with that.
Why are you worried when I DM? What's the point? Okay, so you take 5, 6, 7 points of slashing damage. Doesn't that stink when you roll like a natural 20 and then your hit die is like really low? I mean, not when you're a player, but...
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 7 points of damage. And it is now... Darby, your turn. So you're still just enjoying your wine. You are aware that your buddies are getting attacked. I will say this, Laura. You also are aware that those guys are hostile towards one of your adventure members, and they just threw a guy over the well, and he's very close to that well. So you're aware of all that. You may not care.
No, seeing that she's now like, well, this fun chat, friend, but I've got to go and take care of everything that's happening out there. So she's gonna.
You're able to get anywhere you want to get, regardless of if there's a place you want to be, you can get there.
She wants to be right here.
Okay.
In between these two, and she's gonna stab both of them. So she's gonna stab. Okay. She's gonna stab this one first.
And you get sneak attack because they're both within 5 feet.
Yep. 22.
Yeah, 22 just makes the armor class.
Okay. Okay, so that's 9 with the just regular damage.
Mm-hmm.
And sneak attack.
That's how confident Darby is. She's like, I'm gonna attack both because I know I'll knock them out in one shot.
Sneak attack is another 3 points
Yeah.
of damage.
So you see this guy just drop.
Nice.
He did not appreciate what you did.
And so she's going to use her offhand attack on the other guy.
Okay. Now that one you don't get to add your
Sneak attack to that. You only use it once per round.
right, and your modifier. I mean, you get to add the modifier to the attack, but not to the damage.
Yeah. So that's 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is a full 6.
Okay, so you definitely take a sizable divot out of him, and he is really not appreciative of what you're doing there.
Don't you be stabbing my friends now!
And okay, so that takes us now to
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to go before Darby.
yeah, did you okay then then go ahead and take your turn now then.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yes, you can do that. Okay, and now we're at Kenneth. I'm sorry, Grot. I kind of got the bandits a little bit out of turn here, so I had to give them a chance. They didn't even get a turn. So Grot, yeah, right now you're at the lip of this thing, and there's 3 of them over there.
I'm gonna attack that one.
Okay.
With my quarterstaff again.
Yep.
It's only a 12.
To hit, that actually is the AC, and you did hit.
Oh, okay. Only 1 damage again.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use my hidden step bonus action and turn invisible. Once per day, as a bonus action, I can turn invisible until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so you kind of you take your staff, you hit this guy, and it's just like, boom, then you disappear. And he's like, what? Okay. Right, that now takes us to
Me.
Yes, Olivia.
Okay, I'm going to hit the one directly in front of me with my battle axe.
Oh, you mean this one right here?
Where? Yeah, is my ping not coming? No. That one's down already, right?
Oh yeah, you mean the one next to Grot or the one?
Yeah, the one directly in front of me. Yeah, the one next to or behind me or next to Darby.
Darby. Okay, the one next to Darby. Okay, I got you.
The one next to Darby. Sorry, I don't know which one.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I'm gonna do. It's a weapon, so if I hold it 2-handed, I can roll a d10, which I'm going to do.
Okay.
After I roll it. And I rolled a natural 1.
Woo! That's how to do it.
Probably not.
Yeah. So describe this glorious attack here.
Yeah, I guess I grab my battle axe, I swing, and I hit the chair instead.
Yeah.
Such a great paladin.
So when you see that, you can see Durin kind of scowl at you, he kind of leans in. Not even. He still doesn't necessarily have a problem with this fight, but he does have a problem with you messing up his furniture. And now it's back up to the bandit's turn. So now I'm going to give them all a turn. So okay, so Kenneth, I think you DM, and Laura, don't you DM too? So let me ask you: when someone's invisible, they're not able to see him, so they can't, now he knows he was right in front of him. Can he take an attack there, like a disadvantage, or can you not even attack invisible people?
I would say the attacks with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because he doesn't actually know where
because it just happened. I did want to say that he's gonna take us. It happened right before his eyes. So I'm gonna give it at disadvantage. He's gonna take a swipe at Grot, and in his eyes he's just swiping in the air. So it's a disadvantage, and we'll see. Okay, so he first rolled 19, and his second roll. It was so when I say 19, I had added the 3 to that, and his other one was a 17, so it's a 20. I think both of those hit. But it wasn't 2 hits; it's just 1. And then he hits for 3 plus 4 point. So he doesn't know what he's hitting, but he kind of just comes in blindly and does manage to land a hit on you for 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. That'll knock me down to 5.
Okay. Okay. So now it's Let's see. Okay. So I guess I'll do the same thing with this guy beside you here. He'll do because he would have all that would have happened in front of his face as well. All right. So his first in is 11 plus. So it's 14. Does that hit you?
It does.
It does. Okay. Let me roll again because that was. Oh yeah, for sure then, because that was another 17. Okay, so his lowest was a 14, and so this guy here hits you for 4 plus 1. So I don't know if that doesn't does that take you down to 1 point?
No, that'll drop me down to 0.
No.
Okay, so you're not dead, you're just unconscious. But I mean, you DM, so you know that. All right, I'm gonna use this one. Oh wait, wrong guy. Okay, so alright, so Grot is, well, y'all know that. I don't have to necessarily put a little angle on, I don't have to put an icon there. Okay, so Grot is down, and now it is his turn. So, because Grot went down, he's going to come over here and take a shot at Lena.
Okay.
And that's a 9 plus 3, which is 12. So does 12 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so he kind of stumbles over. So the chair that you hit before, he broke it. So he's coming out and he hits it. It completely smashes to pieces, and he just kind of misses there. And that is, let's see, I got everybody, but I think this guy right here. So he's going to take a shot at Darby. That's 11 plus 3 is 14. I think Laura froze.
Laura?
Does a 14?
My turn?
Yeah, does a 14 hit you?
Oh, let me look. Just hits.
Okay. All right. So he hits you for 4 points of piercing damage, and now we're at the top of the initiative with Cat.
All right, I am going to go over here. And I first going to cast, or I'm going to Bardic Inspiration to Darby.
Okay.
So, yeah, you get a d6 inspiration die that you can roll within the next 10 minutes for attack roll or saving throw. And I'm also going to pull out my crossbow and shoot it at this middle guy over here.
Yeah, the one right in front of Grot. Yeah.
Which one of those is the most damaged?
The one that Grot has been attacking on is the one you just clicked on. So if you're, yeah, he's been kind of inching away at him, but he's the most damage of all those.
All right, I'm gonna attack him. Ooh. That's a 12.
Their AC is 12.
Oh. Okay.
So you land this perfect shot, like it goes like through her, like this barmaid, and like shoots right through her glasses and up near her neck. It flies right over Darby's head. Lena, it flies right between her, and you nail him. And so how much do you hit him for?
I rolled a 5 and it's +2, so 7.
Okay. Yeah, it's like you actually plucked it smack dab in the center of his head, but he's like still walking. Like it's just like
What?
He's like
Some hardy bandits.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It doesn't even necessarily seem as if he's controlling itself, but it definitely landed Right, he probably definitely doesn't have good memory skills at this point. Okay, and that's going to take us to Laura or Darby.
I'm back. Okay.
Okay, Darby. So yeah, you got one behind you. You got Grot who's down. You got the one in front of Grot that looks to be hanging on for dear life.
I'm gonna use my little nimbleness and sort of slide through this dude's legs and pop out on the other side of him.
Absolutely, you can do that.
And stab away at this one.
Okay, go for it. And you get your sneak attack because Lena's with him right there.
So the first one misses because
Okay.
that was an 11.
Yeah, y'all know their AC's 12 now. Y'all have made some hits and missed some hits that you know what force you need to
But
make.
the second is a natural 20.
Yeah, that's how you do
Nice.
it. That's how to roll.
And I still get sneak attack because I didn't.
Yeah,
use it
you
on the...
double. Yeah, you double sneak attack too.
Okay, so regular damage is a 4 doubled, so that's 8, and then sneak attack damage is another 4.
Rogues are like damage dealers.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so how much total did you do to him?
12 total.
And he drops. No. And it is now Lena. No, Amari.
It's Ken. No, it's
Well,
Ken.
Ken. You know what? Here's the problem. I put Ken. Kenneth. I played with Cat before, so I'm so used to the letter K means her. So even though the name clearly says Kenneth, just because it has a K, I'm like Cat. Okay, so Kenneth. We know Kenneth now. He's playing with this. Okay. All right, so Kenneth, your turn.
I'm gonna have to make my death saving throw.
Yes, yeah.
Cover. Oh no.
14.
14 is not a this is good. Yeah, you made that one. Okay, and now it's let's see. Now did I miss you? I got Cat. Did I skip you or did I get you?
No, I did stuff.
Okay, got Cat, got Karin, got Kenneth. All right, now it's Olivia's
Lena.
turn.
Yeah, their boss went down. Hopefully they'll just chill out for a second. I'll lay on hands, Kenneth, or Grot.
Yeah,
sorry.
you're able to get to him. Now, do you want to be on the
Yeah.
other side, kind of away from the... Oh, no, you're right there. Hang on.
No,
Okay.
I'm right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Paladin's not going to move away. Fight. I'll lay on hands, Kenneth. Just one, because I don't have that many. Sorry. Just enough to get you up,
That's
buddy.
No, you know how to play Paladin. That's how you do it. It's like 5 reses, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are prone, but you now have 1 hit point, Grot.
Yep.
Okay, so... okay, now it's their go. And they saw you do that, so these two kind of waylay on you here.
Your boss is dead. Go away.
Okay, so first one is a 8, so I'm sure that doesn't hit a paladin. The second one is a 20, though. May or may not hit a paladin. Is that it?
Yeah.
Makes it. Okay, so he hits you for 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And this one is going to... Well, I guess I should try it. So he knows that Grot's alive. So he's going to take a shot at Grot. I was trying to think if I was going to be one of those DMs. Hit a man when he's down, you know? So
Yeah.
But he'll take a... Because I have 2 choices if it makes you feel better, Kenneth. He can either try to throw you into the well, which is what he should do, or he'll take a shot at you. So I'm giving some grace to take a shot.
It's fair.
He's a big guy.
Because when he does this, so as he takes his sword and he's looking at you, Lena, because you know they're aware. Adventurers are known to water deep. If you grew up in Waterdeep, you know what a paladin is. You know, you've seen a tiefling before. You know, it's new. They know all that. And he knew exactly what you did. And he takes his sword and he's looking at you, and he stands over Grot's body, and he goes, like that, just staring at you. But it actually just lands right next to Grot's face, and he completely misses him.
Idiot.
He's unaware that he missed him, though. Well, he's not quite aware that he missed. He thought he was like showing you how he was, yeah. And that ends their turn. Yeah, and now it's Amari's turn.
Okay, I am going to.
It's just digging in the ground.
I'm gonna actually take another shot at
the guy that has a thing in his head.
Okay.
A thing in his eye.
That was almost a 17, guys, but it's definitely like a 7 now.
Oh. Rolled a 7?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it ended up being a 3.
So this barmaid that's been standing here the whole time, like holding 4 tankards of thing, you kind of you stick in one of her flankers there, and it kind of drips some ale out onto the floor. And now it's
gonna jump over the bar and kind of hide.
Now it's Darby's turn. Y'all don't necessarily see Darby because she's kind of hidden inside a body.
Right.
All right.
You got 3 of these guys here.
I know, and I kind of want to do another under the table and pop up here.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm gonna go after the one that's.
Do you have advantage when you're hidden?
Don't need advantage.
Well, I tell you what. Look, I'll make a DM call. If your plan is to sneak under the table and pop up behind one of these guys and takes a shot, you can do it at advantage.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. If it's hidden, that's what makes it ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, but there's.
I rolled a double 18. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I hit him.
Yeah, you did hit him. Which one are you going for? The one that's wounded, or
the middle guy? The one that he's the most hurt. Right?
Yeah, he's the one that. And I'll say this. Well, go ahead and add it up, because.
So it's 8 points of total damage. With
Yeah.
The sneak attack.
So how do you dispose of this guy here?
I stick my short sword in him and I say, "Don't stab my friends."
So he's already got the arrow sticking out of his forehead, and he's just like, and then he finally collapses to the ground. And then that brings us to Grot. Oh, go ahead.
I have offhand too.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, you could do it. Yeah, you got 2 people right here.
Yeah, so my offhand, I'm going to go for this guy and hopefully throw him off balance enough to maybe make him fall.
Did you use your sneak attack to attack the guy in the middle?
Yeah.
If you want to retract that and use it for this guy, I'll let you, because you would have been aware that he was barely hanging on for life. It was clear that you would not have needed to do any kind of an action. You would have known that. So 4
points would have taken him down.
You would know that. You could see that he was prone, but he was within inches of his life, and you would have known that. So I don't think your character would have necessarily gone in with the strongest thing you could do.
Yeah.
So okay. Yeah. So I'll give you your sneak attack.
I'll do this dude and try to push him into the thing.
Yes. So the halfway is going to push.
I failed miserably.
What'd you roll?
I failed miserably.
I love it.
What'd you get, a 1?
A 2, which is a 7.
So you go over. So you go over to push this guy, and you're like, and he doesn't even notice. Like he doesn't.
I just run into his back, and I'm doing that thing where you're like pushing a
Love
it. Okay, so he. All right, so then it's Grot. It's your turn. You're prone, so you can stand up. The guy. This is the guy that, because remember, he was the one that thought he stabbed you. So he's not necessarily aware that he didn't stab you. So if you want to stand up and hurt or take a shove at this guy or whatever, he's going to be very shocked because he thought you were dead.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and see if I can push him and help Laura.
Yeah.
And
You would just stand up and then because Laura, even though she didn't do much, you would get to do your shove assisted at advantage, even though it's just a little bitty one. So if you want to stand up and take a shot, you can try to shove him into this hole.
15.
Okay, yeah. So as you do that, he knows exactly what's going on. Describe what this is like, Grot, as you emerge. He thought you were dead. What does it look like when you?
I guess I would pop up and I would attempt to come at him with the staff like sideways, kind of trying to clothesline him into the well.
And he's like, ugh. And he knows. So as he's being pushed in the well, he knows, and he looks he looks at you and he goes, my Zataran brothers will avenge me, and he falls back, knowing what's going to happen, unless somebody wants to cast Featherfall.
We're good.
Then you can presume that. So you just say,
Star Wars.
So, yeah, he probably didn't survive that. Y'all don't know what happened to him, but he probably didn't make it. Okay, and then that. So as soon as that happens, it is now Amari, your turn.
No, me, right?
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, the paladin's going to try to be you.
Yeah.
Gonna attempt. All right, I'm going to attempt another swing.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Lena, yeah. So yeah, you're taking a shot at him.
5.
Okay,
I break another chair.
So you go to take a shot at this guy, and he makes a beeline dash for the door.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Are you right next to him?
Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah, you do. No, because he's taking the. Well, see, he's taking the dash action.
I would only not get one if he took disengage.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Dashing just doubles his movement.
Well, then both of you guys would get it. So he's going to disengage. 15,
Can you?
And he runs out the door. So he did disengage. And he's out the door. So so you guys see this. As soon as he gets out the door, you guys hear Durham scream, and he's like, "Get out of my bar!" And he's running right at you guys. He has his sword. Here, let me get his exact weapon here. And he's like looking at y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I just want to look real quick and see that. Okay, yeah. So he has this. Y'all are able enough to kind of catch this, but he comes out with this huge axe, and he hops over the bar, and he's looking at you because you guys, like Lena and Darby and Grot, y'all are all kind of right there, and he's like looking at you, and he comes darting over here, and it's like as if he's just coming straight for you. But what you find is he actually goes past you. And what you guys didn't notice in all the stuff that was going on, you see this troll crawling up out of the pit from below.
Okay.
And you see he's got these little flies around him, these little sucky things, and Durham. So at first you thought he was going after you, but he walks right past you because he looks so determined, and he's trying to make his way over to this troll that has climbed its way out. And so we'll use 1 second here. I guess we'll use a pixie for the troll.
That works.
And then so you guys can see that the troll has these little creatures kind of attached to it here. It's let me describe this to you, what it looks like. This creature comes out. It looks almost like got a little fuzzy hair, like his head is kind of fuzzy, and it's got wings, and they're kind of tattered, and it's got this long little spout, and they're just like sucking into to put it in perspective, what you know, and Olivia knows this being in Mississippi, like mosquitoes.
Yeah.
It's something like large mosquitoes, and you can see that there's 3 of them attached to this guy. I mean, to this troll, and 5 of them are kind of buzzing around. And as it climbs out of here, and Durin is just trying to make its way over there. You guys see that it comes right here, and let me see if I can get a little icon for you for the 5. I guess you guys will need. I'll just kind of do a little bit theater of the mind. There's 5 flying around, and let's see. So Olivia, you have, of the 5 that are flying around, 1 of them goes to you.
Great. Nightmare.
And Darby, 1 of them goes to you.
Darby, have you used your inspiration die yet?
I have not.
Just so you know, you still have it.
Okay, and for Grot, 2 of them go on you. And 1 goes on... Oh, wow, that kind of worked out, I guess. Wow, that's exactly how everything rolled. I rolled 1, 1, 1, and a 2. I was distributing them amongst you guys, and that's how it rolled out. And then 1 goes to no, our bard.
I got 1. Mari.
Yeah, and Mari. So you guys are going to get. So you guys are going. So they have come to you, but they had to obviously like dash to get to you. Y'all are gonna get a move. So we'll keep the. Let's re-roll for initiative.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Sick.
Only because my sheet's all scratched up. What'd you get?
Finally, natural 20.
Woo! Yeah. Okay.
Finally. So
all
21 right. Total. Yeah, right, 21 total.
Okay, and next? Anybody 15 to 20? What'd you get, Laura?
6.
Okay. Darby. Okay, Kat?
Amari got a 9.
Amari got a 9? Okay. And Grot?
Got a 7.
Okay.
Okay, so Darby.
I tell you what, guys, I love playing with 4 y'all. Playing with 4 people is so much easier to manage. It's like not so bad. So you guys are actually all going to get your first your move here. Okay. So Lena, you have 1 of these on you, and it is your turn.
All right, slinging my axe.
They're so tiny. This paladin axe. Are you doing it 2-handed or 1-handed?
2-handed.
Okay.
So that is. It was sorry, hold on. It was a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. Okay.
Pretty much, just so you know,
Mm.
if you do any damage at all, yeah, go ahead. What'd you get?
10 damage.
Yeah, so you take your axe and you just and it hits perfectly right between its little beak and its little skull, and blood just splatters all over you. It's gone, but blood is all over you. So
No prestidigitation.
yeah, and now it's Amari, your turn. So Amari, you have one of these on you.
I was hiding behind the bar, so I'm gonna like hop up so I'm face to face with it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull my dagger out from the sheath on my hip and attack. 18.
Yeah, 18 hits.
Nice.
It's poor little guys.
Whatever, those things are disgusting. Ugh.
They're called happy kissers. I'm just kidding.
So when I use
They were
my
just trying to
dagger,
love you. They were
it's
little
like
fairies.
One for the attack, so I rolled the 4, so it's a 3.
3 damage?
Yeah.
No, yeah, and so actually, even though you hit with what you would think to be a minor amount of damage, you stab it's because it's kind of flying into you as you strike at it, and you just slice it in half, and you're covered in blood. It's gone. That now takes us to Grot. So you got 2 of these things on you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and use my staff against one.
Okay.
They're actually within my 5 feet, right?
Yes, yeah. They. I kind of made a judgment call that they all flew to each of you. They took their dash action to get on each of you.
That's fine. I was just checking to make sure.
And the reason why they went after y'all is y'all kind of had some blood around you.
I just got a 15.
Yeah, 15 hits.
1 point of damage.
Well, yeah. So you hit it, and you're able to slice off one of his. They have these little arms. He's got wings, but they got little arms, and you're able to slice off one of his arms, and he's like, "Arr!" And he just you shrieking in pain there, and the one that was next to him, you can't necessarily understand it. Well, no, don't you speak with animals? Beast?
Yes, I do. I have minor communication with them.
Then you're well aware, and he's like, and the other one next to him, that you attacked right there, he looks and he's like, Elizabeth, and he's just in just distraught that you just chopped off his wife's arm there, and and you're aware of their communication, and she's like, Charles, I'm with you in this life or the next, and now
they think they're people,
and now it's y'all don't know any of that. Only Grot is the one that truly understands them. And now we're up to Darby. So Darby, you have 1 on you.
I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Yeah.
18?
18 hits. Y'all don't believe in rolling anything less than 15 around
6
here.
points of damage.
So you just waylay into that, and as soon as that happens, Grot, what you hear is you can hear the one that you wounded. She looks at Charles and she goes, all of our children are dead. They're all dead. And it is now their turn. So she then looks at you, Grot, with these eyes like you've never seen, this scorn, this absolute scorn, and she goes, and she says, for the love of my babies. Yay! Well, I don't know if that's good enough or not because he's pretty powerful. That's oh, wow! They have a really high plus attack. So that's 16 plus 5, so that's 21.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Okay, hold on, because they got a big old long list of things they do to you here.
What's that block?
Okay. All right, so you take let me see. Oh. Okay, you take 4, 5, 6. You take 7 points of piercing damage. Oh, and that's it. So you just take 7 points of piercing damage, and it's now attached to you. So she's stuck into your body. And you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna be back down again then.
Okay. So you guys, as players, don't need to be aware that she is still attached to him. Okay. And it is now. Let me see. Well.
Are we back at the top or?
Yeah. Well, no. The other one gets a. I'm trying to think what to do here as a. I gotta stop being so gentle with people, I guess. Okay, so then, so when she attached to him, I'll say that the other one, that was the husband that was flying next, he goes over here to Darby and takes a shot at Darby. Because Darby killed her baby. 14 attack.
14 just hits.
It does hit? Okay. And so the husband attaches to you and does 4, 5, 6, 7 points of piercing damage, and he is attached to you.
I'm down.
Okay. So again, I'm pointing out to you guys, your friends are down, but they are still attached.
Okay.
So they're.
Wait, is Grot down?
Yeah, he's
Grot,
down. You just when people if people are down and they're attacked, I think it's an automatic failed death save. All right, yeah. So it is now you guys see this troll that he's now made it to the troll, and you guys see Durin with his sword. I mean, this big sword. Y'all are able to take a glimpse of this, and he takes a big swipe at the troll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so his first blow, he lands a good blow on this troll, and the troll's like that. And he comes with a second one coming up, and he misses because it's just the troll. They have these huge green claws, and he misses, and he strikes again, and he misses, and he misses. And you guys, you're taking count here. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, and he takes his fifth when he comes around, and he stabs the troll really good, and the troll's like that. And then you see this troll bare back and take its claw and just hit Durham like you've never seen. Like it just, if any one of you experienced something like that, and you see Durham's, and his face turns away, and when he looks back up, he's got this grit in his eye, and the troll takes his other hand and hits his face the other way, and Durham turns away, and he looks back up. What you guys just witnessed, you've never seen anybody do that kind of flurry of attacks with a sword before, or be able to take 2 clearly hard hits, and Durham's like right there. And now we're back up to you guys. So it is now, Lena, your turn. So you've got one of these sucking on Grot. You got one sucking on Darby.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Question.
Yes.
Is administering a potion an action or
It's an action to administer it.
Okay. I have a choice then. Okay.
And I'm pro good. Oh, Kenneth. Yeah, if you're a druid, I'll let you know I'm pro Goodberry. I do allow good berries to be administered with your action to another player. I allow that. That's how Jeremy Crawford ruled on it. So, anyways, I'm sorry. I was just pointing that out.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to. like
Because some DMs
that
won't
was
let you
gonna
give good berries to dead players, but I'll
yeah,
allow.
I can't make it.
Now
Okay.
you're able. Well, let me give you an example of some things you do. You can do something to heal him. You can't attack. I mean, it's the creature's on him, but you can't attack the creature.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You've adventured enough to know that you don't want this thing sucking on him in the next 6 seconds.
Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and attack.
Okay.
Because I can't make it to both him and Darby at the same time. And I'm close.
Actually, you could, Lena.
Oh,
Lena, you
what?
can. You can move right here. Where this?
Well, I mean, I can. Yeah, I mean, I can attack and then move
Oh,
to
but you
Darby,
could
but I can't make another attack.
lay. Oh
The
yeah, not
other thing
another
on.
attack. But I think isn't lay a hand's a bonus action?
Nope, it's an action.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, you can stay
Yeah.
where you are if you want. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Okay, so
Piling up the bodies over here.
that's 14 to hit.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
yeah. So you do hit.
Okay, and I'm still two-handing it for the moment.
So you gotta describe how you're gonna hit this little mosquito off of
That's
Darby with your axe.
I don't hit him. 9 points.
so he come in and just stop it perfectly to just chop its head off,
I arc it.
and you were covered in blood from before. Now you're completely red. You're just totally covered, all up in your nostrils and everything. No. Yeah. So he's down, and it is now yeah. Let's see, Lena, Amari, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to shoot at the mosquito thing on Darby.
Mm-hmm.
Still attached there. Oh, that's a 21.
Okay, yeah, 21 hits.
And then 2 plus 2, so 4 damage.
Yes, and it actually explodes, and blood is all over Darby. Like Darby's small, so now Darby's covered just as much as Lena is.
And then word inspiration really quick to Lena.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of jump up and do a blood dance because I'm covered in blood as well.
Okay.
Blood's gonna splatter across Durham's counter, and then I'm gonna drop back down and try to hide myself.
Okay. All right, and then let's see. Now it's Darby. It's your turn. So it's your first death saving throw.
That's a 12.
Okay. Yeah. So you make the save, and now we're back up to the top, and so again, you guys see Durham. He takes his sword. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! Can't leave it on the table here. 4, 5. So he comes again. Another flurry. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th one, he lands and he hits this troll, and the troll's like, you could tell that he's really taken a beating. And he comes in with his first claw, and he misses Durham, and he comes in with his second, and he misses. And we are now back up to the top. Lena, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, lay on hands, right?
All right.
All
1
right.
point.
For one more.
Yep, 1 more. And
Okay.
then I can make it's up to whatever Amari wants to do, but I can make it to you, Darby, next round if you need some healing.
Yeah, it's okay. Now next up is Amari. It's your turn. So you got Grotz up, or he's awake but prone, and you've got Darby's over there down, covered in blood.
Okay. Can I make it over there to her?
Yes, yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, the map is kind of an example. I'm letting you guys go where you want to go.
All right. So I'd like to go over to her, and if possible, I don't exactly have healing or anything, but I'd like.
You can do medicine check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you get a 10 or higher, she's stable.
Okay. I'm gonna drop down next to her and try to.
That's medicine.
Oh, it's a 17 because I'm not.
Yeah.
proficient.
Yeah. Again, drop down by her and put some spit on it.
Clean some of the.
Okay, yeah, actually it's enough, and you know, you may not even be sure what you did, but she is now stable.
Now, would that take my whole action? Would I be able to grab her at all? And
No, that's your action, yeah.
Right.
And you're prone, but you are up. So you see Durham over here fighting this troll. All your friends are covered in blood.
I'm gonna go ahead and stand up, and sorry,
You're good.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry.
Yes, you can do that.
And
I give you 10 good berries.
yes.
The two main characters I play are paladins and druids. Everybody else, y'all can get by with all kinds of stuff. Because I don't know. I'm like, sure.
I'm gonna try and move here.
Yeah.
What does Goodberry do?
It's like lay of hands, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You said it's going to be an action to
you can only administer one, but yeah, you can do that.
Okay, then I would try and feed Darby one of the good berries.
So basically, Darby, he kind of props your mouth open and squeezes the juice out of it, and drops it down in, and enough of it comes in that you're able to kind of come back. So you're now awake with 1 hit point. And also, by the way, you're completely full for the day. you feel like you just had a whole day's worth of meals. That's true. That's what it. If you read Goodberry, that's what it says. You're completely nourished for the entire day. Yeah. Everybody's like, we want Goodberries. Okay, and so Darby, it's now your turn, and you're up with 1 hit point. When I say up, I mean you're prone but awake with 1 hit point.
Well, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna do my nice little to all my friends, and I'm gonna run over and stab the troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you see that on Durham's face, he's kind of flustered at this troll. You know, Durham's clearly powerful, but when you pass by, he kind of, oh yeah, I'll give you that. When you pass by him, he kind of gives you like this wink, like he's glad, like he's, yeah, now we're gonna take care of this troll. Like he's glad you're there, basically. So I got to find your little character.
Oh, I put her over there already.
Okay. All right, so yeah.
First hit's a nat 20 that I will then do with all the things. So regular damage without sneak attack is 14 already, and then sneak attack is another 8.
Okay, so how much total?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24.
Okay. That might... Let me check here real quick. Yeah. So you come behind him and you describe how you dispose of this troll, because you came around and you... Unmute yourself, because it sounds cool what you're saying. We can't hear you.
Oh, I have to push my button in order.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of scurry up his legs, and then I'm gonna stab both of my short swords in the back of his neck and just ride him down.
That image.
Yeah. So just bits of troll flesh and everything just falls apart, and and Durham just gives you this real approving, nod. He's like, come on back to the bar. Let me fill your wine glass up with some more.
Oh yeah, you owe me at least 3 glasses of wine.
and he kind of leans down and reaches out where you can jump up on his shoulder if you want.
I take him up on that because I'm dying.
Yeah. So he kind of walks you over here, and it's interesting because you guys you've seen various bar maidens around. Durham signals over to one of the barmaids to come over to you, and she actually administers health to you, and the other barmaids begin to go over to your friends and begin to administer aid and health, and everyone is now back to full hit points.
Yes. Okay.
So
Nice.
as this happens, Durham kind of invites you guys over to actually come to the bar itself, and he has Darby kind of sitting up on the counter right here, and he's invited you guys all over, and is giving you drinks to help with the troll. I mean, for helping with the troll, and just as one of the things, if you guys can give me a perception check and let me know if you get above a 10.
What is my person?
Grot didn't.
Grot did not. Okay.
Lena does not.
Exactly.
Yeah. So everybody that got a 10 or higher, you notice that some of the other barmaids are actually taking the bits of the troll and throwing it into the fire. So they're burning up.
That's gonna make it smell in here.
Yeah, that's gonna be awful.
And when you say that, it's kind of like one of those moments sometimes where a bar is really, really loud, but it gets quiet all of a sudden, and it got quiet like right at that moment you say that, and you say, that's gonna make it smell in here, and then everybody erupts in laughter because it's like it's so smelly anyways. It's just like perfect time, like and they're like burping and flagellating, and they're like laughing at that and everything. So things have kind of gone a little bit back to normal. So Durham kind of looks at you and he says, you're some mighty fine adventure. So and as he's saying this, he's handing Darby three glasses of wine that are kind of large. They're actually wine like you would give to like a full size Goliath or something. Yeah. And he looks at it and he says, what can I get for, and I'm assuming you guys would agree to go to the bar. So if you didn't want to go to the bar, you got to tell me.
No,
but he looks over at Amari and he says, what can I get for you on the house? Let's see. Any friends of Darby's are friends of mine. What can I get for you? And he looks at Amari.
But I'm curious about the guy that fell down or was tossed down the well.
Yeah, it looked like you saved him. He'll do fine there unless somebody wants to go and fetch him. And he kind of laughs at that. But what can I get for you?
It's just one. It's fine.
Okay, so when you say that, you're a little bit surprised because he comes out from behind the bar and he has this glass of wine with very elegant etching on it. Do any of you speak Elvish?
I do.
Olivia, you notice that the bottle is etched in Elven language, and it says, I'm trying to think what she said. Oh, it says just wine.
That's suspicious.
She said she wanted just wine, so he actually pulls this bottle out, and it's written in Elven. It says just wine. So he pours her a bottle.
Marketing.
Yeah, he pours.
That marketing is. Love it.
Yeah, no, actually, that is a good idea. Shoot, I would buy if I went to a wine store and I saw a wine that said just wine. I promise y'all, I'd buy it. Shoot, we gotta copyright that. Dear YouTube, that was our idea. Okay, so then he looks over at let me pull down here. He looks over at Lena. I am. What can I get for you, adventurer?
A whiskey, and I want to go get that fellow. I want to know what all that was about.
And you see him kind of snap his fingers, and they begin to lower the bucket, because above, I didn't really describe this to you guys, but above the well is like a I don't know. Yeah, a crane, and there's a bucket on it, like a big bucket that could hold somebody, kind of like the electric repair buckets, and they begin to lower that down into the well, and and you see that going down, and then and he hands you your whiskey, and he looks over at Grot, and he says, I don't think I've seen very many of your type in a long time. Surprised to see you in a city. And what can I get for you?
Sorry. Yes. I would just like some water. I'm just in the city to find some adventure and continue protecting my land.
And so he reaches over and he pulls out this big bottle of clear liquid, and he pours it into a goblet, and he kind of slides it over to you, and then let's see. So then he looks over at Darby. And he's like, he says, "I know Darby, but what is your name?" And he's looking at you, Amari.
My name is Amaryllis, but you can call me Amari. Darby's like my bestie.
Yeah, and so where do you come from? What's your story?
Well, I am from a far off land. Nobody remembers the name though. It was destroyed a long time ago, so I won't bore you with it. But I'm famous.
Cool.
So, and he looks over at I gotta move this down. He looks over at Lena, and what's your name? I know I can clearly see you're a strong warrior.
Oh, thank you. Paladin, Great Eldath. I have pamphlets if anyone wants them. Oh yeah.
and he point when you say if there's pamphlets, if anyone wants anything, he points over to like this board at the door, like when you step in the door, there's a thing, and it's full of these, like, converter die, make sure serve this god, serve that. It's like full of all these little pamphlets.
I'm putting mine on the top.
Yeah. So when you hand it out, he has one of the barmaids take it from you and plops it up there. What's the god that you serve?
Eldath. She's the goddess.
So you see him pull down a flower of lathander and replace it with yours. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. Let me see here. Okay, and then he looks over at Grot, and he says, "And what's your story?"
Yes, I've just been wondering, I guess. I'm looking for something to protect my forest with. We recently got raided by goblins, and so just looking for more strength is all.
He says, "Well, if you're looking for adventuring strength, you definitely came to the right town, and definitely the right tavern. I don't think you guys are up to it at this point, but once you get a bit stronger, you may want to take your luck with the Undermountain there. Only costs 10 gold to go down and 10 gold to come up. Make sure you have enough gold to come up, or you may not be coming up." And he kind of laughs at that. So then he looks over at Darby, and again you could just tell he's really impressed with you, and he's like, so our conversation got a little bit interrupted by that nasty troll there. You were just about to tell me about yourself.
I'm just a regular old halfling, coming from those halfling towns and things and places where we live a lot. And
the one.
definitely don't get into a lot of trouble except for today. And I like shiny things. I like wine. And I like stabbing things.
So he actually, when you say that you like shiny things, he kind of steps back off into the back room there for a second, and he comes back out and he has this amulet, and on the amulet it looks like it's like a kind of like a half moon crescent, and it's actually kind of like a fine piece of thread and a little like the amulet itself is kind of looks as if it's made of silver, and the little piece in the middle is a star, and it looks to be gold, and it's basically a necklace. And he comes and he says, and he's like, hey, I want you to have this.
No.
And he's like,
she like.
and when you say no, he's like,
I couldn't take this from you. No.
And okay, so as he okay, so you guys take that from him, and right about that time as he hands it to you. Yeah, I was trying to look here to see your time. What do you have left, Kat? 30 minutes, or what do you got?
Minutes.
How many?
30 minutes.
Okay, so we'll do this. So just as that happens, one of the barmaids comes over and she goes, "Excuse me, but there's a gentleman in the back that would like to meet you guys. He's asked for all of you." And when he says that, Durham looks up and he says, "It's not who I think it is." And she's like, kind of nods, and he's like, and Durham's like, y'all should y'all may want to take this meeting. And so, do y'all want to go off with her and meet?
I feel like Darby's our de facto lead point. So
she should not be.
She's the one putting out the most damage, making friends with barkeeps.
So yeah, where he's trying to get you to go is it's. I mean, I don't want to say this is a DM to make it sound bad. It's a back room, but like one of the higher end, like the higher people go to these rooms. So I'm not doing the DM thing like it's a dark and dangerous room, but it's one of the VIP table is where they're directing you to go if you want to go.
Got it.
So you guys gonna go?
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you begin to get up, Durin grabs you by your waist, Darby, and kind of lifts you up and sets you down, and and as you walk off, he says, "Now don't forget me now," like that.
Now, how could I forget you?
and when you say that, this big brawny guy, he turns like flush.
Siobhan has no idea what his name is.
Yeah, Durin. I'm Durin.
I couldn't forget
Durin.
you.
Oh
yeah, when you say that, he's like, Durin. Like, Durin. And as you're walking off, you can still hear him kind of trying to spell out his name to you. D-U-R. Ian Durin. Durin, owner of the Yawning Portal. So
where are we going?
Okay, so you're being led off to a back room, and the room it's dimly lit, but you can see this. It's got definitely elegant tapestries and things like this. This like everything else is like harsh wooden flooring, but in this room, harsh wood like chairs and everything and tables. This room is got plush seating with batting and fabric, like maroon fabrics and things like that. And so you guys see this figure there, and he kind of welcomes you in, and he says, Mamma mia! And as he's doing that, he's kind of got this little mustache, and he's kind of playing with it here. And so you see this as he's stroking his mustache, and he has this kind of a floppy hat, and he's tightening up his scarf. He looks up to you and he says, Volam Gedarim, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. Now everyone can roll a history check.
What is my... Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, he does sound like Mario. It's Mario.
14. Yeah,
okay.
14.
Kat, you got a 3?
I got a 3 also.
Okay, so everyone that got above a 10, you actually, when he says that he's a celebrity, you recognize him, and give me a charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
Which Olivia's probably got this.
Everybody can just roll that path.
Okay. 15.
Everybody who passed the history check rolls a saving throw. Yeah, what did you get?
I got 15.
Laura?
15.
Okay. Well, actually, he got a 16, so both you fail. You guys are
the
just...
one thing I'm good at.
Yeah, you guys are smitten at the presence of Volo. Y'all know that he just recently wrote a book called Volo's Guide to Anything, or Volo's Guide to Everything, and y'all are aware of that, and y'all knew who he was, and you are starstruck. so
you signed one of my...
and he said, a fan. he says, of course I'll sign. Of course, bring it here. What do you want me to sign?
Just anywhere. It's...
Anyway. Mamma mia! so he sees your shield there, and he kind of takes it and he puts it on the table, and with his pen, you see him take something out of his pocket and mix something with the ink, and he writes on the back of your shield.
It's just a pamphlet. It's just a paper.
I thought you said sign anything.
No, I just signed anywhere on the.
Oh, you meant sign anywhere on the paper? Oh. He thought you were propositioning him. Okay, on the paper. I said no. If it's just a paper, then he signs on the back. To my biggest fan, Volo. And okay, and all right, Laura.
Yes.
Oh, so you know that this is Volo, who's written the recent book, Volo's Guide to Monsters, and he's very famous, and you're well aware, and you just so happen to be stricken by him.
This is the first time that Darby is completely speechless.
Yeah.
And she just stands there.
So, and then you can be like, and then you hear from the back of the bar, you hear somebody yell, and he says, some of us don't just write about monsters, we actually fight them. You see there's a little bit of jealousy there. And, so anyways, he says, this is wonderful. I'm so flattered. I tell you, I have seen so much blood around. Have you noticed, or I don't even know to ask you if you've noticed, you've clearly noticed the violence in our city in the past couple of days. I haven't seen so much bloodshed since Baldur's Gate. You guys look to me to be great adventurers. You clearly are capable. And then he looks at Darby, and he's like, I noticed that you, even though you're small in stature, you're the slayer of trolls. So, and he said, oh well, I've been looking for some adventurers.
Yes.
Yeah. You're like, and he's like, well,
just whatever.
Yeah, just whatever. Yeah, we're in 100%. Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but let me share with you what help I need, because I think it might require the approval of all of you. He says, my friend's name is, and you may want to write this down.
Mhm.
And he did, that the DM said that, not him. Floon Blagamar. My friend, Floon Blagamar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I'm worried that he took a bad road home a couple of nights ago, and I believe he got kidnapped, or even worse. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer each of you 10 dragons apiece.
10 dragons? Like a dragon?
And so when you say that, he said, yeah, I forget. Not everybody speaks the language of Waterdeep. A dragon, a gold coin. Gold coins. You know gold coins, right? Yeah. So yeah, 10 gold coins. We call them dragons here in Waterdeep. And then when you return, I'll give you 10 times that each if you find him. Can you please help me in my hour of need to find my friend Flume Blagamar? Well, y'all are in. Yeah. So he goes ahead and hands you a pouch of 10 gold, and he hands Darby and Lena. He hands you both a pouch of 10 gold, but Amari and Grot haven't said anything, so he's kind of holding it out for you. But go ahead.
Real quick, out of character. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna lean into Grot really quick. Are we sure this guy's famous?
I don't recognize him.
He said, "Oh yeah, yes, I'm known well throughout the land." And he picks up this big stack of books and he sets them down. You can see that he's obviously written a bunch of books, but yeah, y'all don't necessarily. It doesn't necessarily matter to you.
Yeah, I'd be down to help out, and I'm gonna.
And he hands you a pouch of 10 gold. And he looks at you, Grot, and he goes, I know your kind well. I actually spent many seasons with your kind. You definitely are caretakers of nature. I assure you, all of my books are printed on only paper that has been reground and reprocessed. We take only from what was done and we remake it. We don't destroy any trees that have not already come down. I assure you that this is all completely reprocessed paper for all my books. You have my word on that.
I suppose I could travel along.
Aye, good man. And I believe by watching you guys that you were definitely the ones to find my friend Floon. I know I picked the right ones. So just as he hands you guys that, you notice a struggle or a moan as up from the bucket comes this guy, and he has tattoos on his head that kind of make it look like a beholder, and he stumbles onto the floor, clearly wounded, but he did make it out of the bucket, and we will end there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, hang on. Let me stop this. No.